very good evening from wherever you're watching as from. This is Lookuptv News. I am Nancy Nalimo. Sign language interpreter for tonight is Felista Adundo. We've got lots lined up for you this evening. Before we get into all of that, here are our top stories.
We cannot just sit and watch as innocent Kenyans are being butchered in their homes. You've seen what is happening there in Sondu. Houses being touched.
Azimio coalition terms the Sondu killings along the Kisumu-Kericho border as politically instigated as the death toll rises to 7. 1 year in office as the cabinet changes in order, Kenyans weigh in. Heavy rains kill 5 widows in Marama, Kakamega County.
Once more, welcome to the program. Look Up News right here. Do let us know where you're watching us from across all our social media platforms at Lookuptv on Twitter, Lookuptv on Facebook, and Lookuptv on our YouTube channel. And also weigh in on the stories that we have today. I'll be sampling some of your feedback at the tail end of this broadcast. Let's begin. Interior Cabinet Secretary Kithure has transferred security heads in Sondu amid the ongoing clashes along the Kisumu-Kericho border. Up to now, at least 6 people have been confirmed dead, with a handful of others injured in the clashes, which has attracted condemnation from the National Cohesion and Integration Commission, led by its chairperson, who has called on political leaders in the region to find a lasting solution between the warring communities.
The Tuesday night incident saw attackers invade East Kadianga location in Nyakash division and terrorize residents before fleeing. A section of leaders say could have been averted if an intelligence report shared with the police was taken seriously. In a letter dated 5th October, the National Cohesion and Integration Commission has called on political leaders from Kisumu and Kericho counties to appeal to their followers and ease hostilities. The commission further asked the Minister of Interior and National Administration to enhance security to avert loss of more lives and destruction of property and return of calm. Kericho County Governor Eric Mutai has, in the strongest term possible, condemned the clashes and called upon leaders to deliberate on long-lasting solutions.
Shifting of blames will not provide a solution to this problem. I have seen my counterpart, my senior brother and elder brother from Kisumu, Professor Nyang'nyong. He has given out his sentiments consistently, pointing out that this menace is actually led by Kericho. But it's time to sit and show direction. I'm also reaching out to Professor Kindika-Kithure and P.S. Omolo, so that in the next coming few days we will have a meeting in a neutral place where we'll be able to discuss objectively on a lasting solution on the boundary dispute of Sondu, while at the same time make out a lasting solution and clear strategies which will restore peace forever in the region.
Lookuptv.
Thank you, Gail, for that story and more on those changes that have happened this evening in light of the transfer of security heads in Sondu. The government has as well deployed a contingent of special security personnel to contain the escalation of violence in Sondu town. That's the latest update. A special security personnel has been deployed to contain the escalation in Sondu town. Moving on, staying on the same, Raila Odinga led the Azimio coalition, condemning the ongoing clashes along the Sondu and the Kericho-Kisumu border, blaming local politicians for the killings witnessed so far. The leaders have, however, called on the government to ensure that sanity is restored. Mervyn Gitembe in our reports.
With the tension still high along Kericho-Kisumu border clashes, Azimio leaders now want all those involved in the clashes to be brought to book, as they insist that the clashes have been politically motivated, with Kericho governor among those blamed by the opposition leader.
Let's make no mistake, the violence and mayhem in Sondu is not an ordinary disagreement between villagers. Big names are behind this violence. They include leaders and politicians from neighboring counties and in the national government. We view these latest incidents in Sondu as part of a long, off and on history of violence instigated by politicians who have on numerous occasions incited the different communities against each other, and local leaders who have been implicated in these activities.
Led by Raila Odinga, the leaders claim the violence is sponsored by some local politicians, calling on the government to prioritize restoring peace in the area as the situation will get out of hand if there will be no intervention.
The insecurity in the country is a matter of great national concern to everybody. We cannot just sit and watch as innocent Kenyans are being butchered in their homes. You've seen what is happening there in Sondu. Houses being touched, people being burnt inside their homes. This is something that is horrible.
In this regard, we call upon Parliament to immediately summon the CS of Interior, now that his defense counterpart appeared before the Senate yesterday, and he actually ducked this question. He passed the buck to his Interior counterpart.
According to the coalition, Kenya Kwanza government has failed to address security issues in the country, especially in the North Rift region, calling on the residents to resist once invited to engage in violence.
We must never forget that the government has so far failed to address various incidents of insecurity. We wish to assure the innocent residents of Sondu from either side of the border that we are in solidarity with them. We urge the residents to put down their arms and to embrace each other as brothers and sisters who have lived alongside each other for years.
Mevin Getembe, Lookuptv, Nairobi.
Switching gears, the Universities Fund and Higher Education Loans Board have finally released funds meant for students after being delayed for over 2 months. Addressing the media, Education Cabinet Secretary Ezekiel Machogu has claimed the ministry has commenced the processing of scholarships and bursaries for all students who have already applied.
Vulnerable for university, we will be giving scholarship of 82%, meaning the government is actually giving free money to the tune of 82%, meaning if the program cost is 200,000, the government gives you a scholarship of 82% of the 200,000.
The government, through the Ministry of Education, has finally released help loans for tuition and upkeep loans to continuing students enrolled in universities and TVET institutions under the old funding model. This is after 2 months of delay.
On the 4th, which was, I think, on Monday, we were given 10.5 billion money, which we gave to Higher Education Loans Board, and the money has been sent to the various universities and our 238 TVET institutions for the purpose of tuition and also for upkeep of the students who are in universities and also in our TVET institutions.
As national examinations are expected to take off, Cabinet Secretary for Education Professor Ezekiel Machogu has confirmed that they have prepared enough to administer the exams to the candidates, this being the second time national examinations are being done under his watch. The CES has nabbed that the process is running effectively. For primary education, Machogu has claimed that the government has disbursed 67 billion to public primary and secondary school learners. As he explained, this funding is aimed to ease a smooth transition from the 844 curriculum system to CBC, this being the last time KCPE exams will be administered nationally.
We say with confidence that at that particular level, the government has been able to give adequate funds to our primary schools, to our junior school, and to our secondary schools. Able to give 7.9 billion up to now. And for our junior school, that is for grade 7, we have been able to give 14.7 billion from January up to now for the 1 million runners at that particular level. And for our secondary schools, that is from 1 to 4, where we have about 3.7 million of our students, we have so far been able to give 44 0.4 billion Kenya shillings.
Ruga Ival, Lookuptv.
And as Kenyan soldiers prepare to jet to Haiti in a peacekeeping mission, the opposition coalition has questioned the motive behind Kenyan troops being sent to fight gangs in Haiti. As Keitany now reports, the opposition has slammed President RUTO over his dalliance with the United States while raising queries over what the head of state stands to gain in the peacekeeping mission.
With the Kenyan forces destined for Haiti after the United Nations Security Council voted in support of the mission, the opposition coalition has strongly voiced its dissatisfaction with the move, asking why officers had to be sent to Haiti while Kenyans are being terrorized by gangs.
We therefore find it strange, while the country is clearly grappling with internal security problems, the RUTO administration is taking 1,000 of our young men and women in uniform in harm's way, over 12,000 kilometers away, without the people of Kenya, through their elected representatives in parliament, having a say as to whether this is in our national strategic security interest.
The coalition, in a statement read by Eugene Wamalwa, questioned the real motive behind the mission, while slamming President William Ruto of being a puppet of the United States.
Is Ruto ready to sacrifice the innocent blood of Kenyans for American dollars or for international recognition? These are questions Kenyans are asking. We are therefore urging that RUTO must stabilize and secure Kenya first before thinking of sending our security people to what clearly looks like a mission impossible in a faraway country with whom we didn't have diplomatic ties until recently.
This comes barely 2 weeks after United States President Joe Biden lauded RUTO for agreeing to help restore sanity in Haiti.
I thank President RUTO of I thank him for his willingness to serve as the lead nation of a UN-backed security support mission. I call on the Security Council to authorize this mission now. The people of Haiti cannot wait much longer.
Their concerns comes days after President RUTO exuded confidence on the success of the mission, with the opposition questioning the discipline of the officers, insisting on their conduct on demonstrators and equating whether the same would happen in Haiti.
We express our determination that this mission will provide a different footprint in the history of international interventions in Haiti.
Won't this be tantamount to exporting police brutality and abuse of human rights to our black Haitian brothers and sisters who are also protesting the illegitimacy of their president, just the way Kenyans were protesting and were clobbered by the same police?
The opposition are now wanting Interior Cabinet Secretary Kithure Kindiki to appear before the National Assembly to explain the reasons behind the sending of troops to Haiti, just a day after his defense counterpart Eden Barre-Duale insisted that the mission was under the Interior docket.
I want to refine the last question to the Minister of Interior. So please take time, invite Professor Kindiki.
We call upon Parliament to immediately summon the CS of Interior. We want him to explain why are we sending our officers to Haiti to protect Haitians while the security situation at home is deteriorating and they are unable to protect lives and property of Kenyans in Sondu, in the North Rift, in Northeastern, in Lamu, and at the coast against gangs, cattle rustlers, bandits, and the resurgent Al-Shabaab terrorists.
Keitany, Lookuptv.
Thank you, Keitany. That story takes us to a very fast break here on the program. So much more coming up after the break. El Nino rains causing havoc, as well as the updates on Eregi Girls' School.
Infinity Industrial Park is one of the largest private industrial parks located along Eastern Bypass, Nairobi, which provides modern infrastructure for smooth operations for industries and business enterprises. Infinity Industrial Park offers world-class amenities and facilities with wide roads, a police station, a power substation, fire station, public transport stage, hospital, and shopping mall. In addition, Infinity Industrial Park also offers CCTV cameras, 24-hour private armed security patrol, sewer, water, fiber optic cable, and 3-phase power connection, added to public utility, canteen, and dining areas. Sail on the golden opportunity to invest in Infinity Industrial Park, fully serviced warehouses at a special price of 3,569 Kenyan shillings per square foot. For more inquiries, visit our website infinityindustrialpark.com.
We got good news for you. You have the opportunity to win up to 100,000 shillings cash money from Kuza Bees. It's easy to participate. Just open M-Pesa, Lipa na M-Pesa, account number 825454, account name right, Lookuptv, then deposit 99 shillings only. Remember, the more you participate, the more the chances of winning. Hurry now and be one of the winners of the Daily Cash Awards.
This game is BCLB licensed and is not open to persons under the age of 18 years. Play responsibly.
As part of our service improvement strategies, the authority has adjusted its operating hours. In this regard, all NTSA banking halls and offices will operate Monday to Friday from 7:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. Additionally, NTSA offices will remain open to the public on Saturday 30th September 2023 and Saturday 7th October 2023 from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. to enable number plate collection. We humbly request motor vehicle owners who have received message notifications on collections of reflective number plates to visit the centers they identified during the application process. For more information, visit our website at www.ntsa.go.ke. This information is brought to you by the Director General of NTSA. NTSA, keep our roads safe.
Welcome back. Thank you so much for staying with Lookuptv. This is Lookup News. Nancy Nalima here and Felista Adundo on the sign language interpretation. Let's continue. Following President William Ruto's reshuffling his cabinet yesterday, Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua today chaired a cabinet committee meeting to align government interministerial targets and objectives at his current official residence. However, the reshuffling has been met with criticism from the public, with some opinions that the cabinet secretary should have been fired for non-performance. Stanley Lugaria with the details.
As the Tuesday night cabinet reshuffles went down, a good number of cabinet secretaries were not caught in the changes, including Kericho-Kisumu of Interior, National Treasury Njuguna Ndungu, Aden Duale of Defense, Roads, Transport and Public Works Kipchumba Murkomen, Saipan Tuyer of Environment and Forestry, Agriculture and Livestock Development Mithika Linturi, Health Docket Susan Nahomecha Wafula, Eliud Owalo of Information Communication and Digital Economy, Education CS Ezekiel Machogu, Energy and Petroleum Davis Chirchir, Youth Affairs, Sports and Arts Ababu Namwamba, Cooperatives and MSME Development Simon Chelugui, Salim Vurier of Mining, Blue Economy and Maritime Affairs, and finally Labor and Social Protections of Florence Bore. President Ruto further appointed former nominated Senator Isaac Mwaura as the government spokesperson to be deputized by TV Queen Mwanaisha Chizuga and Gabriel Mutuma to take over from Cyrus Oguna after the failed 50 Chief Administrative Secretaries nominees list. On Thursday, Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua at his official current residence chaired a cabinet subcommittee meeting to align government interministerial targets and objectives for quicker realization and effective implementation of President William Ruto's bottom-up economic transformation agenda.
Surely, reserve, you can reserve even 15 times. It does not help the common man. Angalie hii mambo ya mafuta, and angalie na hizi vitu the prices of commodities. They are really hitting Kenyan side, not reservoirs. Reservoirs are helping us with nothing. That's about the cabinet up there. Na ukitoa Moses Kuria huko, hata umpeleke treasury, umpeleke wapi? Are you seeing? Hiyo still hapa chini, he has not addressed the real issue. Let the cabinet sit down, wafikirie vile watasaidia mwananchi, the common man. People are crying down there.
However, yesterday evening's reshuffle to strengthen the performance of the government, Kenyans have continued to air out conflicting opinions on the president's move, with some differing on his changes, with a number suggesting some CSS ought to be sent packing for not being productive.
Yes, I think the reshuffle was long overdue, and as a Kenyan, I think the president did a very nice work, to bring at least some new energy into the new ministries. And I think the creation of the new ministry, I think there's a new ministry that was created. It was the best. I think that's the best. It was the president did a very nice job. Some of these ministers also had some issues, and maybe they have been given a warning that in case of anything, they will be kicked out.
Kwangu is not the right time, because sahi maisha imefinya wa Kenya. Kama rais mwenyewe angekuwa na utu na wananchi, angeanza kwanza kusongesha gharama ya maisha irudi chini. Sababu unajua hata ukiwa na shilingi 500 huwezi kula breakfast kwa nyumba ukiwa na familia. Kwa hivyo hiyo hata sisi kama mimi naona is not the right time.
I think it's too early for a cabinet reshuffle. Barely here to ndo wameanza kuchukua roots to their jobs. Mtu ameanza kujua ni nini hajafanywa, nini inahitaji kufanywa, ameanza kuangalia ni projects gani za kufanya. Then reshuffling them inamaanisha hata mwenye anakuja pia ataingia ni kama anaanza kuanza shughuli zake afresh.
Yeah, doing reshuffle in the government is okay. It is a normal thing, especially if it is done for the good of the people. There's nothing wrong with that. Yes, I believe it was done in the goodwill and in good faith for the nation. It meant well. If it is meant well for the nation, it is okay.
Stanley Lugaria, Lookuptv.
Thank you, Lugari, for that report. Now, more than 5 women have died of floods occasioned by the ongoing El Nino rains in Marama area, Kakamega County. The poor condition of their houses has been termed as the main cause of their untimely death, with most of the affected being widows.
As the El Nino rains begins across the country, residents of Marama area in Kakamega County are already suffering from the effects of the heavy downpour.
Huyu mama ambaye amekuwa na shida ya nyumba kwa muda, alikuwa ameorodheshwa kwa mradi wa county ya kujengewa nyumba, lakini sababu Marama Central Ward ni kubwa na allocation ya nyumba ni chache, alikuwa hajafikiwa wakati wa kujengewa.
More than 5 widows in the area have sadly lost their lives so far after their houses collapsed.
Na wakaribisha tusaidiane tuokoe hao wamama. Hapo sasa tumepoteza wamama tangu mvua ianze zaidi ya wamama 5, ambaye inatia huruma sana kwa ajili ya nyumba kuangukia na mvua, saa nyingine hata nyoka zinawauma. Tunaomba tu tusaidiane tuokoe wamama, manake ni mama zetu. Na bado nasema kutoa ni moyo, sio utajiri.
The area MP has condoled the families and built them new houses after a public outcry.
Anafanyia mimi kazi mzuri, kwa maana mimi nalalanga nje, lakini anafanyia mimi roho ya huruma, anakuja anachengia mimi nyumba. Anachengia mimi nyumba mkubwa sana. Ile kata mimi hata bwana kama nakuwa kuchengia mimi nyumba sasa hiyo.
Ninategemea kujenga nyumba 26 hapa Butere. Nimejenga 10 sofa na zote ni za wajane, akiwemo wa kiume mmoja.
Tumefurahia sana na kuna mama wengi ambao pia wanahitaji msaada. Kwa hivyo mama, ukiwa chini ya Mheshimiwa Raila Amolo Odinga, tumekushukuru sana, ufanyie wa mama kazi.
Beatrice Kageha, Lookuptv.
And staying in Western Kenya, Kakamega County Executive Committee member for Health, Bernard Wesonga, has said 46 out of the 108 Iregi Girls High School students who were admitted have been discharged. The girls were suffering from an unknown disease, with KEMRI conducting tests so as to get to answers to the illness.
Mega General Hospital yenye ilipata
wanafunzi 34. Mukumu Hostel ikapata wanafunzi 43, Iguhu ikapata wanafunzi 22 na Shibwe ikapata wanafunzi 9. Wote wameshughulikiwa vilivyo kimatibabu. Tukachukua sambuli pia tukapeleka Kemri na kuchunguza ni nini haswa ilikuwa inaleta hii maumivu. Na kufikia kwa sasa inaonekana kwamba hatukuwa na infection yoyote kutokana na hiyo maradhi, kwa sababu lab ya Kemri imeleta matokeo na ikasema kwamba hakuna infection yoyote. Kwa hivyo kwa kufikia sasa tumesha tuma wasichana 9 kutoka General Hospital, wasichana 19 kutoka Mukumu na wasichana 9 kutoka Iguhu, na wasichana wote ambao walienda Shibwe wote sasa tumewatuma, tumepatia nafasi kurudi shule kuendelea na masomo kwa sababu hakuna shida yote na ugonjwa sasa kwao. Wale wamebaki ni 62 na sasa pia hao wako tu karibu kwenda nyumbani kesho ama kesho kutwa.
And in business, horticulture farmers across the country are set to reap big after the government, through the Ministry of Agriculture and Livestock, signed up an agreement with Doha International Expo Commissioner General Bader Omar Al-Badafar. The agreement will see Kenyan horticultural traders take part in the 6-month-long international expo. Agriculture CS Mithika Lenteri has assured players in the Kenyan horticulture sector of his ministry's determination to ensure that Kenyan farmers can be able to showcase and sell their produce globally.
Horticulture farmers are set to reap big after the government, through the Ministry of Agriculture and Livestock, signed an agreement with Doha International Expo Commissioner General Bader Omar Al-Badafar, an agreement that will see horticultural traders take part in a 6-month-long international expo in Doha, Qatar. Agriculture CS Linturi Mithika has, however, urged the Qatari government to lift restrictions between them and Kenya, including the import of meat and livestock, to boost the meat sector in Kenya.
I see that we've had very fruitful discussions here in Qatar since I got here to present His Excellency the President in the Qatar Horticulture Expo, and I'm happy to announce, to say that out of the discussions that we've been having with the various leaders and the various business people around, we are going to participate in this expo by having our tent or a stand for the next 5 months.
On the other hand, livestock herders in Kajiado County have been encouraged to engage in farming instead of livestock keeping. The farmers continue to receive training on fast-growing crops, especially during the El Nino season. Elsewhere, students at Kangeta Primary School in Embu County have a reason to smile after the 10 Cats gaming company came to school rescue in the face of drought. According to Humphrey Njiru, the company's director, some students were unable to attend school due to hunger. However, they will ensure that the students remain in school by providing support.
Watoto wanaweza kataa kufika shule wakati wako na njaa. Na pia we want to improve their nutrition value. Wakati unapea watoto chakula mahitaji ya mwili ni mingi, afya, chakula inasaidia kwa afya.
Bridget Agola, Lookuptv.
The county government of West Pokot, in partnership with the United Nations Child Fund, has launched a school feeding program as a means of countering the alarming number of learners dropping out of school. According to the statistics, at least 42,000 students are out of school due to poverty, among other reasons. Regan Lemiguran on our County Watch.
West Pokot County is one of the counties in Rift Valley, leading with a high number of school dropouts, recording 40,000 dropouts, an alarming rate that has pushed the local government and UNICEF to enroll 5,000 learners back to school in Pokot North and East sub-counties.
Sasa tumewarejesha hao watoto shule na lengo letu kuu sasa ni kuweza kuwa retain kule shuleni. Watoto hawa kwa njia moja ama nyingine wasipokaribiwa vizuri wanaweza rejea mahali walikuwa mwanzoni, na hivyo basi tutaendelea kurudi nyuma kama jamii ya wafugaji.
Program kama hii imeanzishwa kule North Pokot. Hii inaitwa Kangaroo, ili hii watoto wasiachiliwe kwenda, wakiachiliwa watarudi. Na serikali mara mingi iangalie mambo kama haya na isiweke sheria kuwa ngumu kwa maeneo kama haya. Hata ile operations inaendelea za jeshi. Jeshi iletwe ijenge hapa, ijenge dormitory, ijenge hata dining hall, ichimbie wananchi maji ya kutosha, na ikiwezekana pia wapeane some feeding program hata kwa ECD peke yake ama primary, ili watoto hawa tukue na idadi kubwa ya kuleta maendeleo na wanafunzi kukaa shule.
And in Bungoma County, Bumula constituency Member of Parliament Jack Wanami has donated dozens of maize and bean sacks to school in Bumula sub-county as one of the moves of fulfilling his campaign promises.
Watoto wanakaa kwa shule, wanakula, na tunatumai kupitia kwa huo mpango matokeo ya watoto itaimarika. Ningependa kumwombea tu mema, Mungu akimjalia awe na uzima wa kutosha, next year aendelee na this program.
Lunch since first term, the beginning of the year, second term, and this is the third time he's doing the same. Something that is not very easy for someone to do. So we are very grateful for him because he has good thoughts for the land.
Elsewhere, residents of Rimuga village in Kericho County have raised concern of acquiring explosives and dust from nearby concrete company, which they say is a health risk as some of them have contracted respiratory diseases from the dust and chemicals emitted by the company.
Ukiuliza maswali mingi unaambiwa hii kazi ni ya serikali. Tunajiuliza kwani hii serikali tujengwa na RUTO? Kwani imenunua masaduku mchina ajenge hapa tusikwe sisi, barabara iacho itaachwa, itakuwa ni maiti itakuwa ikienda kwa hiyo barabara.
The residents are now calling upon the management of the company to resolve the matter and avert health crisis.
Hapa mama akipata mimba tumbo inatoka kwa hii mgurumo ya mchina.
Regan Meguran, Lookuptv.
Hata ukiangalia akina mama wale wako hapa, hakuna mama wako na mimba.
Now let's get sporty. The Senate Committee on Labor and Social Welfare has rescued itself from hearing proceeding on the petition concerning mismanagement of football by FKF owing to the fact that the matter is in court. The petitioners, among other issues, sought answers on why FKF had not held its annual general meeting in 2 years in accordance with FKF constitution, especially considering that elections of football governing body are barely 5 months away.
Whatever it is, we are saying there must be ceasefire now. Okay, you hold your horses, they hold their horses, no more fights. What you need to do now, the ball is in your court as the president of football in this country. Reach out to them, they will be available. Sit down with them, agree with them on what is the way forward about the football issues and what lies ahead of you. The chair here will give some time for this dialogue to take place. The way we have given the other people some time to take, 60 days to discuss and come up with a framework. The same applies now to you. We want you people to go, sit down, hold your horses, so that your differences can be narrowed when you are sitting down and discussing about them.
Round 6 of FKF Premier League continues tomorrow with 3 matches set to kick off at 3 p.m. KCB's Shabana FC will be seeking to get their first win as they face Brewers Tusker FC at Kasarani Stadium. Western side Kakamega Homeboys will seek to continue with a winning streak as they welcome FC Talanta at Buhungu Stadium. League leaders Posta Rangers take on Nzoia Sugar at Kasarani Annex. Now, former professional bodybuilder Robert Phil is in the country. The bodybuilder is expected to take part in the second edition of the Mr. and Miss East Africa bodybuilding competition as a judge, scheduled to take place this weekend at Rupert's Fun and Fitness Center in Eldoret. Over 300 athletes are expected to participate in the competition.
This year we are going to have a second edition of Mr. and Miss East Africa. So we are expecting over 300 athletes, which is, compared to last year, it's a bigger number. And we are expecting spectators all the way from even South Africa. We have a few South Africans who are coming. So it shows you the magnitude of the event.
We are at a tourism consultancy firm, and we are one of the partners for Mr. and Mrs. East Africa bodybuilding contest. We come in and we really are excited to support this sport. One, because tourism always supports the traditional sports, and we only believe in athletes, golf and everything. But also, as we see the world shift to health and wellness, I think this is one way also to support and encourage other people to join other sports.
Together, we can do better, we can do stronger. And that's what we're going to try to do. I spoke to Robert yesterday. I was going to be the stage. He said it's going to be better. Good. I was going to be DJ, going to be better. Good. Then that's some small improvements you maybe don't take in consideration, but it makes a lot of difference. Yeah. Because we want to show to the world, Kenya not just also have good athletes, but also have good organization. Okay, that's the most important thing to show outside.
And now you're on the know right here on Lookuptv with Look Up News. Just to bring you up to speed with the latest in the Sondu killings, the government has deployed special security personnel to contain the escalation of violence. Remember, up to now, at least 7 people have been reported dead from the Tuesday night incident. And from the latest from the Ministry of Interior is that special security personnel have been deployed to calm the situation, the escalation of violence in the region. And this is a story that we are keeping an eye on. We'll be bringing you up to speed when anything changes as well. So just keep it right here on Lookuptv, and as well www.lookuptv.co.ke on our website to catch the latest that is happening within the country and even beyond our borders. I have time to sample just one of your SMSs across Facebook. Moshikale Dixon says he is following up. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. Keep it right here, and let's keep the conversations going across all our social media platforms. Lookuptv on Twitter, Lookuptv on Facebook, and Lookuptv on our YouTube channel. I am Nancy Nalimer. Our sign language interpreter has been Felista Adundo. We appreciate you for watching. Have yourselves a pleasant evening. Good night.